I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kind of like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box with our owners.
Yo, what's up, broskies? Kiana coming at you with the long overdue deck profile. As you can see, this is my Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile. Before I get into it, I gotta address quite a few things. So this is not one of those decks I feel like you can be like even remotely competitively with, like straight out the box. Like there's no way. Like I saw so many, and it's been 3 weeks. I've been playing this deck for like 3 weeks, and I think I actually learned some stuff, even more stuff like last local. So I finished I picked up 3 structures, got clapped up. That's fine. Next week I went a little bit better, but I think I finished like X2, and that's just not, to me at a locals X2, that's not you being like that competitive. Even though like my like locals is kind of stacked, like, you know, guys going to Nats, like stuff like that, like it's just like a level. Like we got like 6, you know, top players that go regularly. So this week, got over the hump. I actually finished X1 over, like, it was, I don't know, it was like kind of a foggy play. Like they said, I played like cross out in the imperm column. Like no one can like really verify that. And then after the match, like he said, he didn't think I did, but it was like kind of too late. That was like game 3 after a really fun match, by the way. You hate to like lose it off a technicality like that. So that was my 1 loss. I finished 3rd. Kane, however, won the tournament, so that was kind of cool. But I'm gonna explain the cards a little bit differently because I see a lot of like videos on this deck like going viral, and I feel like there's a lot of like misleading going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this. So first up, obviously, Triple Soul Resonator. This is like the best card in the deck. Like out of the Resonators, this is probably like the best one. Like really Crimson and this like kind of fight for it. So normal, obviously, special, like Find the Fiend, whatever. It's a pretty nuts card, but I run Crimson Resonator at 3. And in this format, like there are Bestials everywhere because obviously like tiers coming up. This is like a huge choke point of the deck because like obviously, and you need like cross out in your deck. You need cross out Designator like so bad, because if you go, let's say you open up Soul Resonator, add Bone Archfiend. This is like, I don't know, like the rest of your hand, even if you have Vision to follow up. There was a game I had Soul Resonator, search Bone, or something like that. Yeah, so summon Bone, modulate level, dump Crimson Resonator. Crimson Resonator in grave is like a huge target because if you sync up into Red Rising and you have no follow-up outside of that, your turn ends on Red Rising. Like Red Rising pass. If they DD Crow or like Bestial the Crimson Resonator, your turn is over. Especially if you don't have like another Resonator to follow up, like it's just pretty much it. Like Obsessive Oobaloop is like a crazy card, and I'll get on it when like I get to that card, but like you would have had to like go pretty far into your sequence like to be able to abuse Obsessive Oobaloop like you would like. But this is a huge choke point of the deck. It's bad. Like you kind of like, if I don't know, I was lucky enough to have the cross out in my hand like every time like they came down with a crow. And that will lead me to my hand traps when I get there. Vision Resonator card's crazy, obviously. When it's sent to the graveyard, so you can dump this one as well. When it's sent to the graveyard, you just add a spell trap that mentions whatever, and it's like a special summon if you control a synchro. And this is special summon, of course, if you have the if you control no monsters. So realistically, you would want to open, you can play through a lot of that if you open up Crimson and like Bone, but still if they hit the Crimson, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of rough. And then double Synchron Resonator. A lot of times I was siding out one of these because you kind of only need one. It is a kind of a crazy card. Can you special summon it? Then when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target one Resident monster in your graveyard, except itself, add it to your hand. It's a nice card, but I was siding one out quite often. And then like when I was like going into the field, like when I realized like everybody was like on Crow, everybody was on like Abyssials, like I would always like take one out. As crazy as this card is, I do think you should play it at 3. But a lot of times this is the one like I would take out one or whatever. Crimson Gaia, crazy ass card. I love, you know, if a monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you special one red dragon Archfiend. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get through this fast, but it's also kind of like, it says when your red dragon Archfiend declares an attack, you can change all monsters your opponent controls to face down defense. There was a lot of times like, and I lost like every single die roll, but I was like just OTKing like crazy. This deck can play it through a lot. It just takes a lot of practice with it. Triple resonator call. A lot of times I was cutting one of these like when I was siding out. It's a little challenging siding out, I'm not gonna lie. And then one red zone. I was running, I got it right here, matter of fact. I was like testing out like Fiendish Golem and Fiendish Chain. It's just not that great. Like it's good, like don't get me wrong, it's good cards, but I cut it before this tournament and you know, it worked out. That's it for the resonator cards. But you know, it is what it is. I think Crimson's got to be played at 3. So triple bone Archfiend, this card's crazy. Obviously a Bestial target, Crow target. Just, I mean, this is just a walking like fucking target, honestly. One Wandering King Wildwind. I feel like you need like the cards like this to like keep extending through stuff when you get stopped. On one Salamander, he like, I never saw him in my grip, I never searched him, but just like these extra level 4 bodies like help tremendously, like you wouldn't believe, because if they do blow up your board or they do like stop you like halfway through, like this plus like obsessive Oovaloop can like get you right back. Or if you have Wandering King plus obsessive Oovaloop, you can still get there like somehow. So these are like my Fiend like extenders. I don't think I would change that at all. I would probably, honestly, like sometimes I think about adding like another Wandering King Wildwind, but I don't really know about that. My hand trap lineup was triple Ash, double Nib, triple Imperm. Ash was really like, I don't care if I get Ash in this deck, that doesn't hurt like at all, like really, because usually there's just a ton of follow up. Nib, like I didn't see, like no one played Nib, so it was really no fear. They might have sided in, but they just didn't see it. And then Imperm, I just put Imperm in there because I feel like it's a pretty good what's the word, like generic hand trap. A lot of times I was signing this out because I didn't really care that much. I mean, it was like fine. I would definitely like probably switch out Imperm for like DD Crows like moving forward. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Triple Crossout Designator, Called by the Grave, this MVP. Open up this card almost every single game, and that probably what led me to like just, you know, completely breaking backs. Called by the Grave, one game I opened up like, I swear, I opened up Crossout, Called by, and then like Engine. Like it was insane. It was pretty nuts. It was pretty crazy. And like I think I finished the board with like 12k on there, so it was kind of nuts. So that's it for the hand trap suite. Like I said, I'm probably gonna change that moving forward. Just because this deck like folds to so much, and like I feel like people do not talk about it. 2 pot of Prosperities and 2 triple tact and 1 Foolish Burial. Triple tactics was like honestly insane. There was a lot of times like I would get Ash somewhere in my combo sequence, or they would Veiler or something goofy like that, and then I would still finish full combo in on my board, and then I'd probably have like 3 or 4 cards in hand, and I'd finish with like triple tack to rip. There's one game I played through Ash Imperm, and I kept going. I ended on like Hot Red Red Zone, and like maybe like Scarred, maybe Scarred. I think I ended on like Hot Red Scarred, or something crazy like that. And then Red Zone, and then I still had like an Imperm that I set, and then I triple taxed to rip another card out of his hand. So he started his turn with 3 cards, and that's just not enough. So triple tax is kind of crazy. I'll probably bump it up to 3. I don't have thrust. Probably, you know, I would probably play that, but and I only ever played Pot of Prosperity at 2. I have 3. I just, when I play 3, I don't see it. And I guess I'm superstitious in that way. So now for the extra, I will say, I do not own a Bestial Dispater. Well, I do somewhere, but I just literally couldn't find it. And right now I'm not gonna shell out. But I think that card really takes the deck over the top. So even this build, I strongly suggest you playing it like this, of course. But if you have Bestial Dispater, I would definitely add it into your list. It's just gonna like add another level to it. And I'm not gonna bullshit anybody out there and say like, yeah, you don't need it, because you kind of do. So obviously the one Red Supernova Dragon, never went into this card. Like, I absolutely never went into this card. There's really never a reason to. I went into this one quite often. Like, I think every game I went second. Like every game 2 or every game, what was it? Every closeout game I had, I went Hot Red. I was always climbing the Hot Red, and I feel like either no one saw it or they could. Like, I got hit with a crow one time, but I like crossed it out, and then I continued to climb, and then I went into Hot Red, so it shut off everything, and then I still had like straight gas in my hand, so I was able to go. I think I still had Vision or something like that, so I went Vision, Wandering King, went Red Rising, brought back the Vision or the Crimson or something like that, synced up. Like, I ended up putting like a goofy amount of damage on board, and I had already had like Hot Red on field, so it's crazy. Archfiend Bane, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, he's pretty nice. Obviously there's like a 1-card combo where you can end on Hot Red Bane and Scarred, which isn't like the best board, but it's like fine. And then double Hot Red MVP, like best card in the extra deck, kind of. It's like the Omni. This card's nuts. And then like the battle phase thing where he like revives it. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you target 1 tuner in your graveyard, special summon in defense. It's honestly kind of crazy. I think they all do that in some way, but like when this card inflicts battle damage, you can special summon 2 tuners. So pretty crazy. 2 Scarred. Scarred is absolutely nuts. When it's sent, it blows up everything. And then when it's used as Sanctuary material, you get the Red Dragon Archfiend. And then usually you have like a Synchron to go like into Hot Red. Or you have like another level 2 tuner to go into Bane. To tribute to bring back your Scarred. So you it's kind of like an insurance policy, like a little bit. Scarred, Scarlight, sorry. I never went into Scarlight. I never went into him. Then best card, one of the best cards in extra deck, Red Rising. Incredibly abusable. And then for my like level 8s, I did a Beals. I swapped out. There's like another one that's kind of like the. It's like that. It looks like a zombie. It's like some zombie, but it's like a dark dragon that can attack twice. I chose Bills because it's kind of like a towers. And actually, like my last round, like round 5, I finished on, what was the end board? The end board was like Hot Red. I went Calamities. I climbed all the way up to like Calamity, Scarred, or it was like either, I think it was Calamity, Hot Red, and then Beals. So it was just like more than game. And then Q-Belt. He's like fine. I feel like it gets awkward sometimes. Like I like how he pops cards, he like bait stuff, but you gotta have like the right tuner to follow up with him. But it is a very useful single toolbox card. So that's it for the extra. As you can see, no Bestial Dispater. I will be adding it because like I said, I feel like the deck to get to that next level definitely needs it. And here's my side. So I wasn't sure what people were gonna be coming with, so like I straight up came with like small little Bestial package, of course. And then like right at the end, I decided to put in like 3 DD Crows. MVP. DD Crow is like honestly like pretty nuts because against all my matchups, like it cooked them, and then like when they would try to DD Crow me back, I always had like the crossout designator. So I think DD Crow is gonna be like huge moving forward with decks like Tier and stuff like that. So Book of Eclipse, I sided it in, but I never needed it because every time I sided it in, I would chew through I could chew through boards and still like cook people. So I never like truly needed to side it in, but I always sided it. Every time I sided in, I saw it, which is always good to see. Double Lightning Storm, the one time I needed it, I didn't see it, but it was fine. We got there anyways. Evenly matched. I only put this in the side, but like for like maybe like cross out target or just like if there was just boards like this was the only way to like chew through them. I put it in for that, but I don't really like evenly that much because you don't get the battle phase, and this deck can put up like 8,000 damage like easily. Like you can play through so many interruptions and still put up game on board. So I'm considering not playing evenly, and then 1 dimensional barrier for a crossout target. But that's what I went with. I'd probably moving forward, I'll probably keep Ash in just because there's like Branded Chimera running around. That deck's like good. I played against that like 1 round. I played against Bestials, Chimera, Trap Trick, Salamangreat. What's my other matchup? I forgot my last matchup. I can't remember my last matchup. It might have been like Tier or something, or I don't know. But basically, I'll probably keep like the Ashes in just for like that type of branded matchup, stuff like that. And it's just like a good generic card, but I'll probably cut Imperm down to like 2. Imperm down to 2, probably cut Nib down to 1 just to have the target in there, and like maybe move DD Crow to the main. I'm not sure, but that's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, I would just want to keep it real with y'all because I see like so many of these videos and there's like you can do all this, and like nah dog, you really got to put in work. You really got to test this deck out and know all the checkpoints. But like the video if you like the video, comment down below what you would change, because I'm not a master of this deck yet, but I'm up there. In the past couple weeks, I guess I'm like X3 through like 10, so I'm like 10 and 3 in the last couple weeks. And then the first week I played this deck, I just completely scrubbed out, so let's not count that. But yeah, comment down below what you would change. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel because I'm still trying to get there. I know it's been a couple weeks, but when I really dive into a deck, I gotta like slow down on the content and make sure I'm putting out something that's competitively viable. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time, broskies.